In this video, a betta takes a passport photo, an empty tank turns into an underwater forest, and I try to save some yellow plants. To give this cute betta a forever home, I've decided to go with a 45cm by 30cm by 30cm glass aquarium, which is around 10 gallons or so. Although bettas are usually sold in a small glass tank in stores, that is detrimental to the fish's health, and the smaller your tank is, the more drastic your water parameters are going to be, so do keep that in mind. A light is necessary for healthy plant growth, and who doesn't enjoy having your betta's colors pop? I've gone with a 10-watt LED light which clips on nicely to the sides of the tank. It also comes with a nice on-off switch which is easy to use. For the hardscape, I'm going to start with some Sumatran wood. This piece of wood is massive, and I had to chop some parts off so that it would fit in the tank. This is the largest piece, and the top even extends past glass. This isn't a problem though, as there is no need to fully submerge the entire piece. I had also soaked the wood in water for the past few days, ensuring it is dense and wouldn't float. Next, I used some of my lava rocks as large, anchoring hardscape elements to fill up the spaces underneath the wood. I love the details on these rocks so much, and it's crazy to think this used to be molten lava. I carefully lowered the pieces in and snugly secured them in place. We're now going to move on to the substrate. I'm going to be making use of some brown aquasol. I'm using the super powder, which is a smaller grain of salt, making it easier to plant. However, the downside is that they break down much quicker too. I then evened the soil out, filling in some of the gaps which weren't filled in properly just now. Next, I'm going to be filling some of the smaller sections with this grey Cereal rocks. Each rock is about 5 to 6 cm long, and they are just the perfect rock every aquarist needs. I got to work, individually placing them in different areas of the tank, helping to fill up the foreground. I've got 5 plants which will be going into this tank. Firstly, we have the Rotala green, the Marcella crenata, some tall hairgrass, some Hygrophila pinnatifida, and lastly some Anubias nana. They all came with aquatic wool, so I had to remove all of them before planting them in. This is me removing the Anubias nana, and I'm not going to bore you and show the rest since it's the same for the others. Once I'm done, I laid it all out on a drying rack, and it was ready to go into the tank. As usual, I used my trusty pliers and pinched those thinner stems together so that I could plant them in easily. For the ones with thicker roots like the Anubias, I simply use my hand to wedge them in between crevices in the rocks and wood. With all the plants in place, the colors in the tank are starting to pop. I then gently filled the tank up with water. Yep, soaking the wood for a couple days didn't make it sink, so I rearranged some rocks to hold it down for a few more days instead. With the wood secured using some heavy rocks, I'm going to add in my dechlorinator. Most people use tap water for their fish tanks, and that contains chlorine. Great for killing bacteria, but definitely suffocates your fish, so make sure to add this in every time. I use this as it's really effective, and it seems like a small bit goes a long way. I only need 5mm for every 10 gallons. As I let the tank cycle in for a few days, I noticed a lot of air bubbles soon formed, but this isn't a cause for concern as they'll take care of themselves within the next few days. Since this is a no-filter tank, cycling the tank is really important to ensure that the good bacteria grows in before adding my Betta so that it can break down the waste later on, preventing ammonia poisoning. Two weeks have passed since I last touched this tank, and it's now time to add some livestock. I chose to add 2 zebra snails as cleanup crews. I would love to add a Betta in right now, but I don't have any, so let's head off to the shop. I'm kinda looking for a red or white Betta to complement the green and brown theme of this tank. I'll be saving this Betta and I'll be naming him Blaze, the red Betta. It's now time to introduce him to his new paradise. I gently placed him into the tank to acclimatize for an hour and then proceeded to add him in. He immediately swam around, exploring all the cracks and crevices where he could hide and play around. He does look incredibly stunning against the backdrop, and I'm in love. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for content like this every Monday. Your help will help me to grow this channel, and I'll have the capacity to care for more Bettas in the future.